Alright, hey everybody. Just got done with a couple of things. I'm actually going out of my mind right now. Going kind of a little bit insane. I've been working a couple of deals last couple of days, and yeah. So this is all right here. Every single one of these. The gentleman actually replied to me in the email. Oops, sorry. He said, "Thank you for my new Spyderco collection." Every single one of these right here is going towards two knives. One of which is traded. So, these on the right aren't going out, but everything in this photograph right here, or in this video so far in frame, is going towards two knives, one of which is already traded, of which I was going a little bit nutty at first because the gentleman who I traded with, this is an insane deal. The only reason why I even did this in the first place was for what this gentleman has up for trade. So basically, what I did was I ended up trading, and then I looked at his what is it called, his feedback record on the forums, and he has 0. So I went through with all of these, traded them already. They're said and done. All I have to do is box them up and ship them out. Yeah, I got some cheapos going. I got my Lone Wolf Longhorn. I got my Schrade Extreme Survival. My Spyderco Sage 1. My military camo. A Tenacious and Polywog, as well as Spyderco's Dragonfly and Ladybug. Then I've got the Benchmade Pika 2, a Cold Steel Kudu, and a Cold Steel Trail Guide, and then my let's see here, my Sanremu 710, and my Spyderco Chicago secondhand user. So that gentleman is very happy because to make sure and ensure that this deal went through, because what the other gentleman has for me, I am going absolutely insane over. I've been working with this guy for the last week trying to get this trade going, and so we finally settled with if I got this one particular knife for him, he would go ahead and trade. So the other one that I'm trading all these for, I'm keeping. So you guys will see a video on that once I receive it. I'll also show you the other knife in another video once I receive the other video, or once I receive the knife that I actually traded it for. So one heck of a deal. I actually lost out. I don't know. I would say it was a fairly decent trade. His end was definitely a little bit better than mine, but yeah, all in all, in the end, I'm gonna be very, very happy with what I'm getting. So, anyways, so let me go ahead and put this back in. Just leave you guys with a little bit of knife porn there for a second. Give you an update on my case knife. Whoops, sorry about that. That I've been working on. See if I can polish this up a little bit. Getting fingerprints all over it. Been working. I actually spent my entire day off on yesterday working severely at this thing. Every time I went out to go smoke a cigarette, I took it with me. Basically in between lunch and dinner, just everything. So you guys can see that somewhat decent shine. There is still a lot of, you know, the minor scratching. I had at one point thought about leaving the bolsters along with instead of the, you know, high polish. I do still have, as you can see, a couple of little nicks that I'm still gonna have to work out of there. This one I think is pretty good. Some minor scratching. Right there you can see the pivot screw as well as a minor nick and some minor scratching. The entire spine, it took forever. I mean, there were so many pits, as you guys can see. There's still so many pits right there that are so impossible to work out. But otherwise, you know, work in progress. This part really upset me. While I was working on the knife, I was getting dust all over my fingers, and the thing went flying from my hand and landed on the concrete. And I was almost finished with this end, and sure enough, I get a big old pit right in the end of it. I mean, it was huge. And then there were a couple little tiny ones, but very upsetting to me. I thought it was kind of funny and ironic in a way. You know, you're trying to fix something, make it all nice, and then, you know, something goes wrong. But there's that. I did do a little bit of a swedge. I think I might have shown you guys that before on the blade. Did a little bit of polishing on it. I haven't decided what I want to do. I cannot get that dent out. I mean, I can, but to tell you the truth, if I do get it all the way out, there's almost going to be zero blade left. I do still have some minor pitting left to get rid of, especially on this side. That's where, you know, if I got rid of that, there will be no blade left. I found out the actual blade itself. It's a 1920 to 1940s era. It's a case tested double X. So one of the higher ends. I still haven't found out what the material is on that, but I found another one of these on eBay that I'm probably going to be purchasing at some point. This one I haven't really worked on all that much. I just, you know, sanded it down a little bit. But that's kind of what the bolsters were going to look like, only a little bit more, you know, finer. I haven't, you know, didn't put a whole lot of work into it. But that's the knife. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the insides here. If I can get some light in there. Once again, can't get that rust out, but the brass liners right there, I did manage to get all the scratches and everything else out of there. There wasn't a whole lot of pitting or anything, but whoa, as I stab my camera. See inside of there, just got rid of it, cleaned it all up. Looks excellent now. It's super smooth, very comfortable knife in the hand. Guess I should show you this. The only problem is with all this work, I did wear down the case stamp right there quite a bit. But everything else is coming out pretty good. So very happy about that. Another recent addition. I was going to do an unboxing on this guy, but basically I wanted to try and find out from Hogue whether or not if they would do a trade-in on this. I traded my Emerson PUK for this, just basically because I was planning on selling the PUK. I figured I'd give one of these a try. Didn't really want the Tonto, but that's what the guy was offering at the time. He hit me up on Blade Forums. These do come with a mirror polished edge, and it's razor sharp. This is the G-Mascus G10 handles, scales. I can't remember the name of this. It's like some sort of fish scale that they called it. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they've got it online as well as on YouTube. But if you go to Hogue, you know, like Hogue pistol grips, they have this on their website. So this is the Leishowitz and Hogue put together. This is a little blade lock, so you cannot take the blade down, so it becomes like a fixed blade. And it is a button release. The pocket clip is like a spoon. This is a 4-inch blade. Lockup is super solid. No up and down, no side to side. Very well made. This is 154 cm blade steel, 4 inches. Super thick blade steel. Let's see here. I mean, this thing is just a chunk of blade. So there's the Spyderco military up next to that guy. It's a little bit thicker. The handles, there are no steel liners. There is one steel piece of steel, and it is on both sides inside of the handles, and that gives you extra added security on the pivot screw as well as everything else. I would have to say it's a decent knife, but it is extremely blade heavy. There's no way that you are going to balance this in the choil or even at the front end of the blade. The only point where it would be probably right about there. I don't want to drop this because I'm either going to be selling it or trading it, one of the two. But either way, at the current time I'm trying to get in touch with Hogue. I wouldn't mind keeping this, but for like a security type, self-defense type blade, but considering I can't, you know, legally carry it, and there's really no point. I'm not sure if I explain though. It's 154 cm blade steel, and it's got an excellent stonewash finish to it. The G Mascus is actually, I think it's kind of cool. It's not that bad, but all in all, you know, definitely looks good. This is extremely good grit right here on this side of the handle. There is none on this. It's smooth, and the finger choil is excellent. On the G10 portion of the knife, the jimping is good, whereas when you come up to the blade, it's really slick. There's really not, you know, much that you're going to get off of it. It will stop your thumb, but like another YouTuber had stated at one point, I can't remember who it was, but if you ever try to stab at anything with your thumb up here, you're going to break your thumb. It's most likely possible. Let's see here. And I'm running short on time, but this was another recent purchase. I was rather disappointed in this one. This is a Case Copper Lock. I don't know, I was a little bit disappointed because the gentleman stated that it was mint new, you know, blade and everything, but it came to me with the bolsters scratched up, blade scratched up. I mean, these things, you know, these bolsters and getting, you know, that to a high polish takes a lot of work, and, you know, so the amount of money that I paid for this is pretty ridiculous in consideration to the fact that it wasn't mint, like he had stated. So I probably will just end up using this, you know, carrying it around. Lockup is super solid. It is a lockback blade. This was made in the, I believe it was like 2008, 2009, possibly even 2010, but excellent little knife. As you can see, it's got a nice back swedge right there, and it's fairly dull. I mean, it'll cut paper, I'm sure, but it's not like super duper sharp or anything. Excellent bone handles. That's what I mainly bought it for, was because I loved the coloration of the bone handles. But you know, as I'm getting into slip joints and stuff like that, even though this is a lockback, just really impressed me when I looked at it. So anyways, I'm out of time. That's just my current update. Just keeping you guys informed. You have a good night.